Good morning, members. I'm sorry. It has taken me over 10 minutes to walk here. First of all, first item on the agenda, the election of chairman and deputy chairman for the 2014-2015 session. For the appendices, I don't think I need to read it out accordingly. I think you are clear and familiar with the rules. If you are the chair of the relevant advisory and statutory bodies, you can't become the chair of the deputy chair. And then in accordance with the rules in Appendix IV, please nominate members. In accordance with the relevant rules, in particular 3.58, I would like to move a motion to say that the meeting be now adjourned. Please take a look of paragraph 3.58. Let me read it out. Paragraph 3.58. Is that right, Albert Chen? Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At a panel, if we are having a discussion about a substantive motion, if a member is to move a motion asking for the discussion be adjourned or suspended, then we should deal with that motion to adjourn the meeting. If members are in support, then the chair will discuss the motion to adjourn. If members veto that motion, then the discussion of the substance can be carried on. First of all, let me consult the clerk. Is it something of substance? Is it a motion of substance? We are here electing the chair and the deputy chair. Well, at the first meeting of a panel, it is about housekeeping matters. So there is no topics to be discussed. So the relevant procedures do not apply. Mr. Chairman, in the past we used to hold a debate about the election of chairman and deputy chairman. Say, for example, whether there is a need to declare interest. Say, for example, shareholding, etc. Therefore, in the past, when we elected chairmen of panels and committees, there used to be very heated debates. So if you say that there wasn't any debate or any discussion, I think this is not the fact. Of course, you can rule on the matter, but then if you look at the interpretation of the rules and procedures, you can't say that this is not a specific agenda item. It is, even though it is housekeeping in nature. It is administrative in nature. We don't make a distinction between administrative or policy issues. Once something is included on the agenda, then it is something of substance. Please clarify, do we make a distinction between administrative and non-administrative matters? For the agenda of a panel, once an item appears on the agenda, then it is part of the agenda. You can't dismiss it simply saying that it is administrative in nature. I think you are confusing the matter. Please ask the legal advisor to give advice. I don't want the matter to be distorted unilaterally by the clerk to the panel. Yes, Mr. Albert Chen said that sometimes in the past, certain members queried the candidates for the chairmanship at the election of chairman. Now, if a member has any conflict of interest, if a member has monetary interest. Well, I think what is important is that there should be a forum for the candidate to make a declaration, and then it's up to members to decide whether he is appropriate. Sorry, just a moment, please. Please follow the procedures. The AG has already given us her advice. Now, it seems that everybody would like to speak, so a show of hands, please. Christopher Chong, Mr. Chairman. I think he's being unreasonable. I think you can simply make a ruling on your own. Thank you. What about other members? You have spoken once, so let others who have been spoken to speak first. Vincent Wang, we haven't even got a candidate. How come we can have a debate? At least we must have at least 2 candidates. And if it appears that there may be a conflict of interest, then we can have a discussion. I think we should first of all talk about the nomination. So, Abby Chen, I think what you would like to do can be taken up a bit later. It is too early to do so. What about other members? Mr. Wong Ting Kwong? Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the point made by Albert Chen, he would like to adjourn the discussion. I think it is indeed grossly unreasonable. Please justify your proposal. You can't lightly resort to motions to suspend the meeting or adjourn the motion. Albert Chen? If Mr. Wong would like to have a debate with me, I certainly welcome it. But then, on the one hand, I think I waited for others to finish when they speak. But when I am speaking, others are interrupting me. So the DAB members trying to have it all. Now, back to the point. We remember that when we elected chairman and deputy chairman, we did ask individual candidates to give us their platform. Say, for example, Emily Lau ran for the chairmanship of the Finance Committee, and she gave a long statement. And then over 10 minutes' time were given to members to ask questions. So it is not factual to say that there wasn't a debate. A lot of time has been spent on raising queries and asking questions. So if you don't regard this as a discussion, it is not true. In the past, in our operation, the procedures and the facts illustrated this point. That is, election of chairman always goes through discussion. So it itself is an agenda item which involves discussion. Well, I've made reference to the rules of procedures. If we are to have a discussion of substance, now what is our substantive motion? What is the motion? The motion is about the election of chairman and deputy chairman. This is a motion. You have this motion, and then you can elect a chairman. I don't think it is a motion. My understanding is that this panel or this council urges the government to do blah, blah, blah. So you need to have specific wording before you can call it a motion. Now, please switch on the mic. As Mr. Albert Chen has said, there was a sort of election forum. Yes, I understand what you are saying. Now, Mr. Albert Chen referred to paragraph 3.58, but then there's about during the discussion on a substantive motion. But we haven't got a substantive motion before us. No one has proposed a motion. No government officials have moved a motion, right? So to me, I don't think this paragraph applies. Now, in case there is a candidate, and in case someone requires the candidates to have an election or electoral debate, then it is different. but right now we haven't got a substantive motion, and therefore paragraph 3.58 doesn't apply. I don't understand what the specific or what the substantive motion is. We haven't got one in existence, so perhaps at this moment we can carry on with the procedures for the nomination of chairman and deputy chairman. Any nominations, please? A member may nominate verbally to be seconded by another member verbally. I don't know who raises his hand first, but it doesn't matter. Kiki Kwok, Joseph Lee, Mr. Cheung seconds. Well, I think you need to formally word it in a motion. Otherwise, if I try to ask for the motion to be adjourned, then it will say that it doesn't apply. So please have the specific wording, and please name the words and chapter. It may involve legal implications. No one can rule out judicial review in the future. So please have specific wording so as to avoid ambiguity in the future. Yes. Rule 21 of the House Rules. According to Rule 21 of the House Rules, as well as the points in Appendix IV, I would now invite members to nominate candidates. Valid nomination has to be made by a member verbally, to be seconded by at least another member verbally, and to be accepted by the nominee. Dr. Kiki Kwok, Dr. Joseph Lee, any seconder? What is the motion? I have already followed the House rules to deal with the matter. In the future, should there be any review or other disputes, well, everything has already been audio taped. So if in the future, as a result of any omission on my part, then you can use this as the basis for further action. But I've already followed the rules and procedures. But then for the doctor to nominate that name, on what basis is he doing so? It's not you, Chairman. What is the motion that he is moving? No, not a motion, but it's nominating Joseph Lee as the chairman of the panel. Kiki Kwok, please. I've already done so. Dr. Joseph Lee, do you accept? Yes.
So any other nominations? Mr. Peter Cheung just now seconded. Any other nominations? If not, then, well, point of order, Chairman. What if the motion is moved by you? Then, based on the motion moved by you, I now move the motion to adjourn the discussion now. So it should be Mr. Kwokaki, or Dr. Kwokaki, who moved the motion, not you. I'm sorry, but please keep quiet for the moment. Please let me deal with it. Mr. Chan, I said just now that I acted in accordance with the House rules, and I did as is stated in the rules, and you then raised a point not mentioned in the House rules for me to deal with. And I can't answer you this question. Say the motion moved by me because Dr. Kwokaki moved something. I can't answer you, and that may lead to some dispute in the future. So maybe this should be dealt with when the dispute is raised in the future. You may question that I never moved a motion, or Dr. Kwokaki never moved a motion. And then you can put this matter into dispute in the future. I already told you that I cannot answer you this question. Now, my interpretation is that you moved a motion to elect a chairman, and then based on the rule or the panel chairman's handbook 3.58, I moved the motion to adjourn the motion. My interpretation on 3.58 is that it's not applicable, and I explained why, because there is no substantive motion. And as for your follow-up question, I can say I cannot answer you. I can't answer you. In future, if somebody would like to raise a point of dispute because I failed to answer this question, then let's wait for that to happen. No, my query is about your interpretation over that rule, and that it's not a motion. Right, it is not. Dr. Ann Chang. I just want to say that Mr. Albert Chan, well, I'm sorry, but the procedure is about electing a chairman, so let's proceed with that. I just want to, well, Mr. Albert Chan made a point, but Chairman, please note his point, and Secretariat, please go back and think whether we should follow all the details, so on and so forth, because I think there is some justification behind what Mr. Albert Chan says. All right, so Professor Joseph Lee is returned chairman of the panel for health services for the term of 2014-15. So please come up and preside the meeting, Dr. Lee.
All
right, thank you. So let's proceed with electing Deputy Chairman for the HSP for the term of 2014-15, and a valid nomination should be made orally by one member to be seconded by at least another member and be accepted by the candidate so nominated. Mr. Peter Cheung, Dr. Leung Ka Lau. Any other seconder? Right. Any other nominations? Dr. Leung Ka Lau, do you accept? Yes. So I declare Dr. Leung Ka Lau returned as Deputy Chairman of the Panel on Health Services. We're not finished yet. Very briefly, the regular meeting will be held at 4:30 on the third Monday of each month. So subject to any objection, we'll follow the arrangement as set, and the Secretariat will confirm the exact time and date. Next meeting will be scheduled for the 20th of October. I believe you already have some papers showing you a list of outstanding items for discussion. And in our October meeting, we'll be discussing the retention of the two supernumerary directorate posts of the Healthcare Planning and Development Office for 5 years, a mechanism put in place by the HA to ensure safety in the use of medical equipment and products. As a matter of established practice, we will discuss with the administration to finalize that. And members are welcome to propose any new items. Dr. Kwok Ka-ki, followed by Dr. Helena Wong. Another medical incident occurred about a patient undergoing liposuction surgery. I hope, Chairman, you put this on the agenda as well. Such incidents have continued to happen. I would like to discuss that. All right, we will discuss with the Bureau Director on Wednesday morning. Dr. Helena Wong. I'd like to say the same about the high-risk procedure. Liposuction is, it should be handled as soon as possible because we have seen a spate of such incidents happening. Last session, we talked about the relevant matter, and I hope this can be dealt with as soon as possible. Well, the Secretariat has just informed us that a report will be circulated soon, and next Wednesday I will discuss this with the Bureau Director. And this will be put on the agenda as soon as possible, Ms. Alice Mack. Yes, I share the members' views. It should be discussed as soon as possible. So please tell the Bureau Director, apart from regulating the trade, there should also be monitoring of the use of medical equipment and products. Apart from that, I don't know whether we can discuss the mechanism for handling such medical incidents, including investigation by the Medical Council or the mechanism. All these matters should be discussed because it's questionable whether this is regarded as a medical procedure. It's in number 18 and 19. So I will tell the Bureau Director. Well, I hope you would ask the Secretariat the point I raised just now. I'd like to have a written reply to explain it, because about the election of chairman, my interpretation is that this amounts to a motion, because you need to move a motion to formally kickstart the election of a chairman. But Dr. Leung Kalau's ruling is that it wasn't. And his ruling would affect members' basic right to move a motion to adjourn it. If the ruling is legally in the wrong, and that the motion to adjourn the debate cannot be dealt with, then it's questionable whether the chairman so elected is valid. So I'd like to seek legal advisor's opinion on these matters. First of all, the part read out in the handbook by Dr. Leung Kalau, whether it amounts to a motion to adjourn. And secondly, the legal issues arising from his ruling against my moving such a motion, whether it would nullify the chairman so elected. I'd like to have a clear explanation from the legal advisor. All right, so noted. Any other views from members? If not, any AOB? If not, then the next meeting scheduled for the 20th of October. Thank you.